I'm not here to judge you tonight. As a matter of fact, I was born by artificial insemination. I grew up in a lesbian household with 2 moms. Nobody ever shared the real Jesus with me for 17 years of my life. And for those 17 years, I was lonely, I was anxious, I was depressed, I had no purpose in my life. And I used to think those church people were crazy. I used to hear the pastor say, give your life to Jesus. I said, why would I ever give my life to Jesus? But here's what happened. One day I went to church and Jesus met me, not religion, not the Bible. Those are amazing things. The real Jesus met me. And when you experience his presence, it's not just some head knowledge. You actually feel the presence of God. It is better than any pleasure this world could ever give you. But here's the truth. Many people have an idea about God. They have an idea about Jesus, but they never heard of the real Jesus. And tonight, what I'm going to share in 2 minutes is who the real Jesus is. Because you have a decision tonight. I do not determine what you do in eternity. Your mom, your church, your brother does not determine where you spend eternity. You decide. You decide where you spend eternity. You decide what you want to do with your life, not me on the mic. So here's the real story about Jesus in a minute and a half. Are you guys ready? Buckle up. God created the first 2 people ever, Adam and Eve. But what happened when he created them? They actually disobeyed him in the garden. And when they disobeyed him, there was actually a separation between God. Why? Not because he hated them, not because he was mad at them, because he's holy and perfect, and he can't have a relationship with the person who isn't holy like himself. But here's what happened. I am convinced, you might not have heard this in church before, but we're going for it tonight. I'm convinced that when God was in heaven for those thousands of years before Jesus, he said, I want my people back. I want you back. I'm tired of separation between you and I. No more. And so what did he do? He sent his son Jesus to the earth. But why does that matter for me and why does that matter for you? Great question. Because the reality is, the only way to not have separation between God and ourselves is for a sacrifice to be paid that can actually pay that penalty. And so when Jesus lived on this earth, hear me out very loud and very clear. Because in LA, I love my people in LA, but sometimes we don't preach the truth. Jesus came to this earth. He walked on this earth. He had flesh and blood like you and I. He had emotions like you and I. And when he died on that cross, he did not stay dead. He actually rose from the dead. So now you and I, if we give our lives to Jesus, can be raised to new life. No more depression, no more fear, anxiety, isolation, death, gone. But here's the truth. When Jesus was here, he lived a perfect and sinless